Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, I'm going to tell you why I love Audioshare by Kymatica. It's a must for every iOS music creator. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS. And I hope you're doing okay. We are going to take a look at one of the first apps I probably downloaded since doing this music caper. And well, since not one of the first, but one of the early ones. And it just is an essential in my opinion. And I wanted to go back and cover this because there's always new people coming into the iOS music creation sphere and may not be aware of it. So it's a good idea to sometimes go over these things and remind people of just how simple and easy and especially cheap this thing is and indispensable for just keeping everything kind of organized. I say kind of because my Audioshare is a mess. And you'll see that in a moment. Hello to everybody here in the chat. Ed B, Thomas Christ, Audible Video, Leela, and Bonfire, g'day. SG Experiment, Jim Shannon, on sounds. Hugh Caldwell, hello. Brad Example. Oh, my mum is posting and she's making fun of me. I got some weights. And everybody's picking on me and it's terrible.
Could you stop, Mum? Don't post that on Facebook.
I'm not going to post it on Facebook.
They're picking on me. Now everybody's picking on you. Relax. Who else? If I missed anybody else at the top of the chat, let me have a look. I think I've got most of you. If I've missed you, I do apologize. I'll try and catch up as we go along. As I said, this app is utterly essential. It's something you really should have. Gary Hubbs, what's going on? Gary? Notice how I didn't say it, but I whispered it. You have to listen very close. Audioshare, man. It's really, really cool. It's an essential. It is a staple. It just is what it is. We're going to pop over to Ravenshare. Ravenshare. We're going to pop over here and have a look at how much it is. It's $5. Yeah, $5. It's a winner. It's something that is $5 you will get so much use out of. It is utterly ridiculous. There is something I would love to see improved in it. I'll talk about that as we go on. This may not be a long show today because I've got it's a bit of a crazy week here. I've got things on today with my partner. So I haven't seen her for a while. So I've got to split to get out of here quick and hang out with her. Tomorrow I have my first band rehearsal with my band. So that's going to be crazy. So I may be shifting shows around depending what happens, where I get here. I don't know. This week's interview is with Simon Head. If you don't know who he is, he performed with Brad Example a few weeks ago on Brad's after party. Really amazing artist. So he's coming on the show this week to have a chat with me. The thumbnail and all that will be up by tomorrow. Crazy days ahead. So yes, Audioshare. What is Audioshare? Well, it pretty much is in the name. It's like a storage locker, a place to share audio files and to edit them minimally, but enough to really help make a difference. You can convert files in there. You can send them anywhere you want. It's just like a really organized footlocker that connects with everything in iOS. It works for iPhone and iPad, and especially if you use AUM, you'll want to have this because AUM is deeply embedded into Audioshare, and we've covered AUM recently again in the last few weeks. If you want to go back and find out what AUM is, I'm sure I'm going to open it up today. Hello, E Urban. All right, so let's get over here. And before that, I need to remind you all, Yes, if you are a Wart Warrior member here on the channel, there's some pretty cool stuff coming up. There is this Friday, US UK time. Yes, we haven't done one for a while, and it is happening. It's definitely there, and people have submitted songs. It is the New Year's roast. So if you would like to get involved, head over to the community tab here on this channel, and you'll find a link to the form, and you can submit your song to be roasted by me, Russ, and Russ's mum, Dot, and we will roast the absolute tits out of your song. That's what we're all about. All in the name of comedy. Comedy, all right? So nothing is meant to be serious, but it's a rollicking good time, and you're welcome to come and sit in the chat, and you don't have to submit a song. You can roast everyone's music as well. I don't care. Just have fun being a bit of a dick. That's what it's all about. You know, nobody gets hurt. It's all just fun. So there's that. It's happening this Friday, US UK time. Comedy, not comedy. Anyway, shut up, Audible. So let's open up Audioshare. Here it is over here. It's, nothing fancy to look at, which you don't need it to be. You just need it to do things well, and that's what it does. So I've got a track already loaded up. This is your main screen you're going to see every time you open something up. It's normally going to open with the last file you had opened in here. Mine was, I was listening to a song from a Dread Circus album. Let's have a listen. Yeah, you get the idea. So let's talk about where the what the layout is and all of that jazz. I'll disappear off the screen for a second so you can see everything nice and clearly. To the side, we have this side panel here, and you've got, so all your songs will be listed. Everything you've got in here will be listed. You can choose how you view them by name. By clicking up here, you've got the sort by date, size, or name. You can flick through these just by tapping up here. I normally have mine by date because it just is the way I work. If you add folders, which you can do, your folders will always appear up the top, and they will appear by date, name as well. The more you scroll down, you'll start getting to tracks. You can see I've been mastering people's tracks on Patreon. So we had Hypnotic Transmissions sent in this track to my Patreon this week, and we mastered the track. There's the mastered track. You can see the original. There's the master. So this is a great place where I store all of my tracks for Patreon. You can see there's another track that was mastered a couple of weeks ago. What else do we? I really got to clean a lot of this stuff out because I don't need it anymore. And I think also Jerry Gomes just released a brand new song. It just dropped today, I think. And that was this one, Still Looking for Alice. So on the Patreon, I actually mastered this a few weeks ago. If you haven't heard the song yet, here's the unmastered version. We'll jump ahead.
This must be a dream. How did I get here?
And let's have a listen to the mastered version.
Ice cream, a lamb. Must be a dream. How did I get here? There's a penguin eating ice cream.
So I use this heavily for importing tracks, mastering them, then bouncing back over because you can share stuff very easily back and forward. Let me jump out of the picture again here. Thanks, Thomas, for banging in that link there for Jerry's brand new song. Now, the good thing about Audioshare is not only can you import waves, MP3s, M4As, so many different, flavors of audio file, you can also import zip files in here. So you can see this is a zip file. You can also import video files in here. And this is a great way to split video files. See if I can find one. I'm sure there's going to be one in here somewhere. or have I deleted them? Lots of zip files. Here we go. Here is a video file, and you can see it's imported it as an MP4. Now, I can't see the video, right? So I can't see it, but I can see the audio, and you can see it's marked as an MP4. So I hit play. I can hear
The first one is called.
yeah. So I can hear the video file, and I can now convert that to a WAV file or to an M4A. So I've got the ability to go in and take any video file and remove the audio. So I know a lot of people ask about doing that. You can do that with this. So if you've got a video file you download from YouTube or something, you can just drag it into here and split it apart. It also does MIDI files as well. Now, I don't know if I've got any MIDI files in here at the moment. I could just do a search, couldn't I? Because there's a handy dandy little search bar up the top. When you pull down, you see there's a little search bar. .MIDI. There we go. So there are a couple of MIDI files in here. So, and you can see it gives you a representation of the MIDI. Now, it's not perfect because, you know, you're just getting that one tonal sound, but a great way just to import something over and get an idea if your MIDI is working. I don't know what this is. What is this? I think this was an audio to MIDI thing I tried to do with a song, with a death metal song. Well, it's Audioshare, Jim. It rips audio from video. Yeah, it's Audioshare. AUM doesn't. There we go. Leanie, what's going on? Hi, Leanie. Really good to see you. Hi, Mr. Cocky. All right, so yeah, MIDI files as well. All good to go. So you got a lot of stuff you can import in here. Here's, I don't know what this track is in plain sight. So yeah, there's way too many things I need to delete out of here. You can see. Way too much stuff. Look at all this. Oh, let's scroll all the way to the bottom. Yay! Look at there's way too much stuff. I super need to spend some time with this. Got some blues jam. But the good thing is you can move everything into folders if you're neat and tidy, unlike me, who's terrible. We've got FMC tracks in here as well. Awesome. All right, so what else can you do with these tracks once you've got them in here? Well, there's a few things you can do. Let's just, we're on this FMC track here right now, so let's stay with this one. If you hold down on this track here, you'll get a whole bunch of options here. So this is handy if you use AUM. Just say, like now, on the weekends I do opening hours, and I do some karaoke shows where I'm singing to backing tracks of my own music. And if I've got all the backing tracks in here, this is how I will build my AUM setup, right? So I don't have AUM open. It's just completely closed. But you'll see the first option is Add File Player in AUM. Click that, and it opens a brand new AUM project with that song in there. And now I can hit play. And if I want to build another track, I can go back over here to here. Let's choose this FMC track here. I'm going to hold down, add file, and just keep going. And this is your set list for a performance. And then you can just solo, mute, how you like. This is how I build my set lists for the opening hour. As easy as that. It's so ridiculously easy. Go back, grab your next song. We'll grab this FMC song, hold down, add, bang. We got 3 FMC songs ready to go for a set list. So super, super cool. Just noticing my, I don't like that. My iPad is a little bit stretched. Why is that? Hey. I'll fix that afterwards. We'll just have to deal with it. Today, it is what it is. Oh, no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just my, no, it does look quite skewed today. It's very weird. We'll go into properties, see if I can fix it right now. Default device, resolution. I can't fix that. Maybe I'll fix that another stage. Anyway, I know what it is. It's because I unplugged it. Cool. It is a little. Let's see if I can do this. Yoink. Yoink. Hey, that's better. There we go. Fixed it. See, super easy. I know what I did wrong. I was a dick, and I always am a dick. There you go. So what else can you do when you've got one of these files open? So let's hold down again. And you can rename your track. So if you hold down on the file, you can come in here and you can rename it. You can move it. So you can move it into another folder. You can make a zip archive. You can zip things up in here. So you can select a number of songs and then turn them into a zipped up group you want to send to somebody. You can copy to Dropbox. You can export and share. So if I hit this, it's going to bring up our share sheet. I can send this to wherever I want. I could send a copy to Brad right now. I could send one to Leela via iMessage, email it, send it to any app that I have here. You know, I want to master it. I could open it up in Lurson's mastering console and master it in there. So you've got a lot of places, virtually anywhere on your iPad, you can share these things too. The last one, you can add even a note. So you can come in here and it gives you a little notepad you can add to it. So you might want to add your lyrics to this. You just click on it and just start adding some notes and hit done. And now that track has built into it some notes. Whenever I click on that track, it's got some notes built into it. That's pretty damn fancy, don't you think? Cool stuff. Let's, anything else? You can move it to trash as well if you want to delete it. Let's talk about that while we're here. When you move something to trash, yeah, I'll have to watch, you know, I see that. It's going to be a big night tonight, Jim. I cancelled my other pay TV thing for Netflix. So, but I'm going to have to watch it late because I got the missus coming over. So if you delete stuff, it gets placed into a folder. Let's scroll. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, get rid of me for a second, and you'll find right down the bottom is your trash folder. Yeah? So here is your trash folder, and here's all the stuff. Do notes that you add to AUM trends, I don't know that. I have no idea. Why don't you find out yourself? So here in your trash folder, now this is really important. Every time you delete something, it goes into your trash folder. You need to keep on top of your trash folder because guess what? It's not deleted. It's still sitting in your trash folder. So you're thinking that you're deleting all these files out of Audioshare, but here they all are set up, yeah? Look at this. So I go in here, there's a file in there. This, and they're all done by date and time. So you can see there's a whole bunch of files in here that need to be deleted. How do we get rid of these? Very easy. Pay attention to this tick up the top. When you select this, you get all these dots here and you can select what you want to delete. You can drag, I think, individual or with your finger. Can you drag? Let me see. No. So individually just tap them all like so. Or you can just hit all down the bottom here. And it'll say, would you like to delete just the files out of the folders, or both? Both, please. And it will remove all of these for you. It takes a second because I've got a lot of stuff in here. It is what it is. It should be gone, maybe. Both. Maybe one day, or maybe I'm wrong. There we go. It didn't delete anything. I don't know why that is. It's iOS. Who knows? It just makes shit up every day, doesn't it? Try it again. Delete all, please. Just get rid of it. Or maybe it won't. I don't know today. I have no idea. Maybe I'll have to reboot the whole iPad. It's just what you deal with iOS. There you go. It's decided not to delete anything today. Awesome stuff. I love it. Or maybe they're gone. No, they're not gone. Wicked. I really love it. We'll try one more time. Then what I'll try and do is reboot and reload and see if that happens. I've never seen this happen before. I've been using this thing, of course, because it's got to happen while I'm live. Oh, no, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just selecting them all. You got to hit the delete button, dickhead. Trash. Goodbye. See you later. Done. Emptied. So all that trash is gone. Wake up, Jade. It's early in the morning and I'm stressed. I've got so much shit to do today. So there we go. That is gone. That is emptied. We're clean and we're ready to go. So let's talk about some of these buttons down the side here. First, if you want to make a folder, let's talk about that. Get me out the way. Down the bottom here is a little square with a plus. Hi, Tremor Bear. hit that and you can add a folder or you can add new notes. If I hit add folder, it's going to give me an option to create a new folder name. Let's just do demo, bang, and we're ready to go. So now if I scroll all the way up here, we've got our little folder demo ready to go, and I can move anything I want into it. I might want to move in, say, these two songs here. These two songs. Well, it's very easy to do. Hold down on a file and hit move. And then it'll give me an option of all the folders I have here. Yeah. So I can choose whichever folder. I can find demo. There it is. Click on it and hit move item into there. And now that is in the folder of demo. You can select multiple files to move. For example, I can come in here, scroll down, use this tick mark whenever you want to select multiple files. So I can come in here and add, say we'll create this track. We'll create this one and this one. And now there's also a move button. That's not the move button down here. Or is that a copy? Can't remember. Export share. We want to move. There we go. So this is the move button as well down the bottom. And I can come once again, hit demo, move everything into there. And now all those files are in this folder. So really easy to manage your stuff. What I would love, I'll tell you what. So a couple of things I'd love to see this get updated with is drag and drop. We are in the future at the moment. We have the ability to have drag and drop. Jonathan, if you are watching this, is there a chance we can get an update at some point and get some drag and drop action going on? It would be super cool to be able to just grab files and just drag them around. I don't know. Am I asking too much? It would be super cool. I know, because then we could do things like, you know, bring up your files app over here and be able to drag things in from over here kind of thing and drag them over. So I could drag like this. That would be really cool to do that. I'd love to see that update happen. Who knows? It's nice to ask while we're doing this demo, and that maybe will be a thing that we can have happen. All right. Got some information over here up in the top corner. If you click on this, which most people probably never have clicked on this, there's a user's manual if you really would like to click on that. And every time you do so, it starts calculating how much of the disk is being used with all of this. Yeah? No, I don't think so. We can add markers so we can have sections. No, that is not a thing, but it's a good idea to have that. Would be a good idea for an update. So this is telling me this is using up 133 gigabytes of files. So clearly I need to do this. I need to clean this shit up seriously, right? I sure do. But up here, while we're on this page, there is a settings button up here. Now, most people probably didn't even know this was here. Audio settings. You can come in here and you can change your mic input gain, because this can record like a notes app, record voice audio. You have this measurement mode, which disables the device's built-in audio processing and improves fidelity. I've never had that on before. The sample rate. So this is currently set to 48. You can change the sample rate in here and the buffer rate if you're having some issues running stuff. It's just nice to know there's that in there. You got an auto preview next. And that's about it. Done. Good stuff. But what can you do with a file once you've got it opened? Well, let's scroll down to one of these here. See if I can find one that I can chop up a little bit. Something I'm going to delete, possibly. Oh. Now, when you click on a zip file, this is what comes up. It says, do you want to extract the contents of this zip file? Yes or no? And if you do so, hit yes. It unzips them and puts them right up the top there. So is that where it put them? I don't know. Where did I put them? I put them somewhere. What was the thing? John. I don't even know what was in it. I think it put these two. So there's those two there. So it unzipped those two. So you can unzip from in here as well. So that's really cool. What else do we have that we can do? I just want to find a track that I can edit a little bit. Here we go, that one there. Wexford. I can't remember whose song this is. Can't can't remember who's. But you see here at the start of the track, there's a big gap there. We're going to find out whose this is. It's John Barry Glenn. Oh, I've got no sound. It's all good. I think it's John Barry Glenn. Sounds like them. It sure is. Right, but you see we've got this huge gap here. When I hit play, there's this huge gap, and I don't want that gap there. I want it to start in time. Well, there are some editing features in here as well. Now, they're not a lot, but they're very handy. Trust me, they're super handy. And you can find those once you've got a song chosen. You can come up here and hit Tools. You've got a normalize, so this will normalize. If you've got a really low track, it'll bring all the volume up. You've got a trim and fade and a convert. We'll start with convert. Click on convert and you can convert your file. This is where you would convert a video file over to an audio file, or if you want to convert a WAV file, or you can do any of that stuff. So you can choose WAV, AIFF, CAF, M4As, yeah? You can choose mono or stereo. If you're in mono, you can choose just a left or right or a mix. Stereo, so when you're in M4A mode, you can choose the bit rate, you can choose the sample rate all the way up to down to 8K and up to 96K. WAV files. So here's our WAV files. You can do all of that. The bit depth up to 32. So very good for converting files. Also, we can come in here and hit trim and fade. And when you're in trim and fade, this is where you can chop out spaces. And you got these two circles on the end here of your file. You can decide how far you want to go. Now, if you hold down on this circle, hold down, you'll see it zooms in. So if I come over here, drag this out here and then hold down on it, it gives me a zoomed in version. So I can fine tune where I actually want to put this. And why is this good? Well, you've got down the bottom here, fade outs. So you can choose a fade out. This is a fade in, let's turn up the fade out. And you can see these lines appearing, giving you a fade out. Now they're pretty standard. Then there's no curve to these. You can't add a curve to these, I don't think, these fade outs. But very handy for quickly fading out a song that you've just mixed or mastered or whatever it is. You also can nudge. You can nudge the start. So if you just want to move forward a little bit, you can do that as well. And you can snap to tempo, snap to beat. So you've got those options as well. Yeah, pretty damn cool. It'll give you your tempo of the song, all that jazz. Really nice, just simple stuff to do quick and easy stuff. Back to fade. And so I'm just going to use this to chop off the start of this song. So I'm going to drag this to the front here, hold down. And now we can see exactly where that starts. Bring this in here. And now when I'm ready to go, all I've got to do is hit save. Yoink. And that's going to make a brand new copy of the track. So it's not going to destroy the original track. It's going to give you a brand new version of it, where now if I hit start, just starts where I wanted to chop it, yeah? We also have a loop button here. When this is selected, the track will get to the end and loop back. So if you've got some samples or whatever, you want to loop them in here just to hear if they're looping right, you can loop them as well. You may want to go full screen to get a better idea of what's going on. Top corner will bring you to full screen. These little arrows. You've got a volume. Overall volume up in the top corner. So as you can see, already very, very, very handy just for doing these quick edits and all of that stuff. It is just a wonderful app for $5. Over here, this is your general paste. So you can do a general paste board, no audio or MIDI in pasteboard, or you can do an audio copy paste, and you can copy this and then paste it somewhere else, which is nice to have, even though audio copy really kind of isn't a thing that's being used anymore. You can do that over here as well too. So you can hit general pasteboard. It's now copied that audio, and you should be able to paste that in somewhere else, I do believe, yeah? So there's your little copy button. You can access those from here, cancel, or from here. Wink. like so. Good stuff. Now this one's pretty cool. I can't really show you how this one works, or maybe I can. So this is, now a lot of people have Windows computers, and you might want to share files over to your Windows computer. Well, let Audioshare come in and save the day, because if you click this, up pops Wi-Fi drive. Enables transfers between computers on your local network or web browser. When you turn it on, it gives you a web address, 192.168.1. If I come over here to my computer, hopefully I can do it. HTTP, what are we? 192.168.1.106. Type that into my browser, come over here to my computer, and there we go. That is my desktop, and there's all the files that I have inside of AUM that I can grab, download straight to my Windows computer or your Mac, totally up to you. There's a little download button. They let you know if you can delete them from in here. Super, super quick and easy for those of you who don't have a Mac and want to get this stuff shared. I use this a lot, so it's just super, super handy. Again, for $5 to have this little feature on there, it's a no-brainer. It's ridiculous. Let's close that, come back over here. Again, turn it off and you're good to go. Boom. Not running anymore, and happy days. So what else do we have here? This is so you can import files from down the bottom here as well. You can import from your music library. You can import from Dropbox if you have that connected. You can pick files. When you click that, it's going to open your file picker, your files app, and you can pick from anywhere and import them in. So that's nice. You may want to import an entire folder of stuff. So from here, you can just choose a folder, go into iCloud Drive, pick a folder, bang, it's going to import all of that folder, that entire folder, create a folder with all the tracks in there. You may have a whole bunch of loops. Super easy to do, yeah? It's just, this app is just a no-brainer. It is so, so good, so handy. Just little things too, like that you might want to find quick information on. Over here, look, it tells you 2-channel waveform, 24-bit, 44 hertz, how long the song is. Just valuable information you may need that's at a glance. You can't go wrong with it. This one, SoundCloud, don't even think about it. SoundCloud sucks. So we talked about this. Here's your copy button. If you click this, it'll open up an email with the file already ready to go to send. How good is that? Just done. It's already in there. Audio exported. This is how a lot of people, I know Joe Glenn uses this to send me her tracks to get mastered. She just does that. Bang. Here's the track. Bang. Comes to me. I can master it and just move on. But I can delete that draft. All good to go. And here is just your general share sheet if you want to do this. So if I wanted to take a track, let's scroll down here, for example. We'll find something that's not mastered. So here's a track that's hasn't been mastered. I can't remember whose track this is. We'll go back a bit to maybe someone's track who's already released. So what do we got? That one's mastered. I'll find one. In the Electric Sea. Cool. That one's mastered. In the Electric Sea. So here's an unmastered track. Now, if I want to master this, I can just come down to the share sheet, find my mastering software, which is Lessons, click on that. It opens it up. We're ready to master a track. Yeah. Here it is in the mastering software. Hit play. Turn on the mastering. And we're ready to go. It tells you up here, it's 44 kilohertz, 32-bit. And when I want to export it, I just hit export. Export, it's going to master this track, and then it's going to give me a share sheet, and I can save it straight into Audioshare. So I did say there's a few things I really would like to be fixed. Now, While that's doing that and processing, I know I could put this out a million times. Apple, you fucked up with Logic. You put in that files thing and you haven't allowed us to share songs from Audioshare. It's great to add folders into Logic, but you haven't included Audioshare, one of the single most used apps by iOS music creators. What the fuck were you thinking? What is wrong with you, Apple? You're so out of touch. But anyway, so I'm going to put the call out to the developer of Audioshare, Jonathan. Is there a way, man, you can code Audioshare to be able to import folders into Logic? And we'll go into that in a second. I'll show you how it doesn't work and possibly how he may be able to do it. Because I know Jonathan in the past has done workarounds with AUM and with Audioshare when Apple have done some really stupid updates and fucked up a lot of things, which they do all the time. So here is that track I just mastered. Here's Audioshare. I've just saved that track in Audioshare. It's mastered. It's ready to go. If I want to trim it from here, I can do any of that. Blup, 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 and we're done. You got the name of the track up here, so you can see it there. You can see it here. It's selected. It's just a no-brainer, yeah? No, they don't need to buy it. They'll ruin it. Oh, God. Please, no. Leave it with Jonathan. Everything they touch, they ruin. My opinion, your opinions may differ. But let's talk about that issue I just spoke about then. So Logic, in their infinite wisdom, decided to add folders. And what a great idea. Now I can open a project here and let's create a brand new project. We'll create an audio track here. And Apple went, hey, sure, Chandler, let's do some folders. And here's folders, and I can add folders. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I can add a new folder, all this jazz, and it's really cool. It's like I can come down here, add a sample folder. That looks really cool. And I click on this and go, all right, let's Audioshare. Can I click? It won't let me open it. It won't let me open Audioshare as a folder. Now, I'm guessing why this is a thing. Now, what happens with the Files app is you've got these options up here, yeah? So you've got iCloud Drive and you've got On My iPad, which is full of folders that will work, right? But what they also add down here is these options in this sidebar to add apps, specific apps in here. You can see I've got Dropbox, Google Drive, Audioshare, OneDrive, Documents, Media Assistant. So any of these won't work, which is ridiculous. Try again, maybe. So Dropbox, it's letting me do Dropbox. I can hit open there. Google Drive, is it letting me? No, Google Drive, it won't let me do it. Documents. We'll give Documents a second to load because it's packed full of stuff. Hey, Paul O'Farrell. Got to give it some time. Put their poor old Documents app. My Documents app has been abused. While we're waiting, let's run the ad. Every day on the show, I run an ad. If you want to avoid the ad, you can hit the skip button or just become a YouTube Premium subscriber. Let's run the ad now. The ad has been run. And while we're waiting for those who may or may not get served an ad, let me just remind you that tomorrow on the show, if everything goes right, we will be looking at Scratchbud by Chem K. I had to move it back because of all this stuff. I've got band rehearsal tomorrow, so I don't know what's going on. Things are a little bit crazy at the moment. Then, just to remind you, the New Year's roast is happening on Friday for members only. You have to be a member. It costs $1 to become a member. You can go to the community tab. There's a link, a form. You can upload your song, and we will roast your song and tell you how shit you are. Honest opinions, maybe. Who knows? It's all just for a laugh, so don't take it too serious. And this week on the show, we've got Simon Head coming on, who performed with Brad Example a few weeks ago. Let's come back now over to Logic. So, yeah, I can't save like anything from the Documents app. It won't let me open. So, Jonathan, if you are out there, is there a way to create a workaround so we can add Audioshare as a folder? So even if I choose a folder in Audioshare, it doesn't let me do it. But there's got to be some kind of workaround. So I'm putting the call out to Jonathan. If you're able to do it, can you release an update? Can we get drag and drop? And can you sort this? Because when I saw that, Apple had announced folders, man, it made my heart sing. And then to find out one of the single most used file management things for all musicians on iOS was unable to be added to Logic, my little heart broke. I cried. You can go and watch the update when I talked about the update live on the channel, and I tried to do it for the first time. I lost it. I was very angry at Apple for not being aware, which sucks, man. They really should have their ear to the ground, and they just don't when it comes to iOS music. Yeah, they're too busy trying to tell us all. Show us all their photos that they take on their boats and their boat shoes, the staff at Apple. Anyway, let's get back over to Audioshare. The last thing I haven't shown you on here, remember, Audioshare is for iPhone and Mac and iPad, not Mac. If it was on Mac, it'd be great. It'd be so much better than iCloud. So, really handy for sharing files back and forward to each other. So you can, bounce them back and forward to your audio shares. But the one thing down here, I'll just get out the way, is there is a recorder in here as well. Now, my iPad is connected to an audio interface, so this isn't going to work right now. I don't have a mic plugged in or anything, but you can do so. You can choose up here. This is super handy. You can choose a file player. So you can actually choose a file player in here and then, choose a track. You can choose a main in, and you actually have, get this, inter-app audio slots. They're not AUV3, but they're inter-app audio. So I could add alter space in here to this, and if I tap on it, it's going to open it up as a standalone. So you can actually do that, which is really neat. If you're on the jog and maybe you want to record some vocals of you talking, put a pitch shifter on it or something like that. To delete, you just come up here and hit empty. And it's also got some settings in here. So you can decide to save your audio recordings as waves. All the same stuff. Yeah, mono, stereo, bit rates. You can have normalize on, open recording when finished, auto monitor. And in here, you've got hardware settings as well, so you can choose the sample rate. Just nice to have. I can't tell you how many times, I know inter-app audio. What is that thing? You can turn on monitor. You just hit record and it will record your pieces. Normalizes it. I've got auto normalize. You don't want to hear that. That looks really bad, doesn't it? That looks just fucking awful. Whatever that is. If you want to delete that, come down here, move to trash. See you later. It's gone. That's about it. I don't think there's too much else to go to except for, lastly, the integration with AUM. Now, if you have AUM, you will notice when you open Audioshare, there's this little folder called AUM Recordings. So anything you record in AUM will automatically be saved into this. So you can see I have a whole bunch of things in here. Let's see, iSymphonic. What's in here? Hit play. Right, so how does this happen? Let's open AUM and show you. So I've got some tracks in here at the moment. Let's just open up something or other. So we'll open up a project and you'll see when I come over here to the top menu, we've got files, save and clear. If I click on files, you've got your sessions. These are things that you make in AUM, and you've got recordings. And this is where all your recordings go. So this is the exact same file you just saw there. You can edit these in here. You can go back home here. So, and down the bottom, you'll notice there's a little button that says Manage Recordings in Audioshare. Click on this. Here we are in that very same folder. It's super integrated, yeah? Which I will love that. It's just really, really good. Let's open something quickly like this blues thing. So this is just a basic, yes, we'll do that. And I'm going to send all of these. We'll just hit record on all of these. So we've got all these tracks here. They've set to record. I can now come up here. It's recording this now. I'm going to hit pause. It's still recording. This is a new feature of AUM. It captures the tail, and then I hit this record button to stop everything. And now when I come over here, it's created a brand new folder in my recordings called Gemini Blues. There it is. And if I bounce over to Audioshare, there's that folder, and there's all those 4 tracks all recorded. Nice, nice, nice. Very simple to do, yeah? So I'm sure you'll agree that Audioshare is just a winner. And if you don't have it, if you're new to iOS and you don't have it, you really should. Make your life a hell of a lot easier, you know? And again, search whatever you want in here. Just make sure you name your stuff. And another thing, lastly, let's just jump over to the Files app. Just so you know, if you want to find all these tracks, come over to iPad in the Files app. Now, I'm pretty sure you can, let's do a search for Audioshare. Maybe you want to work. Audioshare. On my iPad, and there's the folder. So you can find the folder for Audioshare on your iPad. When you click on it, here's all the songs. Here's everything. You can get to your stuff. Maybe that's not everything. Oh, am I in the right place? 1140. No, that looks very old. Maybe it's one of these. 2022, 2024. It's one of these. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I know there's a way to get to this. Let's just... Oh, no, you just come in here. What am I doing? You just come in here to Audioshare. You don't need to create a Files app. So here's all your files in your Files app. And if you want to move all this stuff, this is the easiest way to do it. Come in here, select all the songs you want to move, create a brand new folder, move them all to an external hard drive, and keep all your files, move them somewhere else, and then start again. As you can see, when I did a search there, let's come back and do a search for Audioshare. You can see, look at all this. These are all my Audioshare backups. Audioshare backup February 18, November. So we got Audioshare backup 2024. We got Audioshare backup 2022, 21, 20, 2019. So I regularly, every kind of 6 months roughly, I do an Audioshare backup, move a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not using but want to keep, put it on an external hard drive, good to go. Clean out your Audioshare. Don't be me and sit there like this with all this junk that needs to go, and then I have to sit there and do a whole massive cleanup. Be proactive, and you will be good. That is Audioshare. Lastly, let's just look at the price one more time. It's $5. You can't go wrong. It does go on sale, but we've just missed all the sales. The lowest you'll get, it's about $3.99. Just spend the $5. Yeah, support Jonathan. He's a really great developer. AUM and these and Audioshare are just must-haves for making music. Good stuff. All right, that's me for today. I'm getting out of here 10 minutes early because I've got to jump in the shower and get ready and go and hang out with my lady friend today. You're all good. I hope you all have fun making some music. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you make some music, chill, whatever. I think we've got Pete Johns up next. I'll dump you over there. Then we've got Frank Terzo with the Community Pulse, and that's all happening. So, oh, did you notice the fish tank, folks? Did you notice? Look how beautiful the fish tank is. Look, it's all lit up. Looks nice, doesn't it? So the fish tank is coming along, and the fish, they're so happy. You can even see them now swimming around. It's that good. If I zoom in a little bit, can you see? Let's do a little bit. Oh, no, that's why. There you go. Look at them. Look how happy they are. There's only 2 in there at the moment, but by the end of this week, there'll be a little school in there as well too. the iOS, how to app on iOS fishies. It's good stuff. It's really nice having like something living in the studio, apart from me, who lives in here every single day. But yeah, I got the lighting yesterday. We've got food. We've got plants, new plants in there as well. There's stones in there. It's just rocking. So I'm very happy about the fish tank. It just brings, just makes the place a little bit more fun, different, whatever. All good. Can I do a show on studio lighting? You know what? I've been thinking about that, Jim, and let's do it next week. Let's do a show on studio lighting. Not that I'm super good at it, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Absolutely. All right, let's get out of here. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Do mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Check out Audioshare. It's great. And I will see you tomorrow. Stay awake, not woke. Boom. Let's. Oh, ja.